Hello and thank you for watching. It's Jennifer Bowman with Olympia Piano, and I'd like to welcome you to day number 7 of the overview of Traumerei, which means dreaming, a beautiful piece by Robert Schumann. And today we are going to go over the right hand fingering for measures 7 and 8 and a couple of other things. So before we get started, I just had to clarify something from measure 6. I had a great question from a viewer stating that this G and A are half note, dotted half note, so it needs to be 3 counts. And I do 100% agree the sound of this needs to sustain until the end of the measure. However, in my many years of teaching, I found it easier to hold that sound with the pedal, like I demonstrated, and then switch the pedal in the next measure. What happens sometimes, and it doesn't happen all the time, is when the hand is scooting down and then switching direction on the switch, sometimes the thumb comes up and accidentally plays it again. So it takes a lot of effort to get that correct. And I think you can definitely strive for that. But I just wanted to clarify that both of those are correct. It's correct to sustain the sound with the pedal on beat 2 and beat 1, like this. Or half pedal. Or to physically hold that till the end. I can't even do it. It takes a lot of effort to be thinking about that, for me, personally. So thank you for that wonderful question. Now let's get on to the lesson. First thing we're going to do is we're going to go over the harmony here. Harmony here gets interesting. So we start with D minor. We already talked about this A7, which is a secondary dominant, leading to D minor, which it does. D minor, F minor, that's a borrowed chord. C, 5 chord. Diminished, 7. 7 of minor 2 doesn't lead to minor 2, leads to the G, 7, which is 5 of 5. So some very interesting chromatic pulling and beautiful colors in these two measures. So now let's take a look at the right hand. Again, I encourage you to have your pencil out because this is one of those sections you really do want to take the time to try all of these out and see which one's going to work the best for your hand, because we've got in voice 1, we have this melody. Voice 2, we start with that tied A. We want to have as much control with the interplay of those two voices as possible. And it comes down to the fingering in this particular instance. So I'm going to give you 4 options for fingering. Option 1. So we're going to start with 3, holding that bottom, 5, 2. Now you're going to hold the 2. You're going to gently slide the thumb down to that A flat, 5, 1. And then you're going to overlap the tops, sliding that thumb down once again. Here we're going to have a finger switch, silent switch, 4 or 5, and do that right away before you play the next note. Holding the top, finger 5, 3, holding the top. Now here, the pedal's going to help us out here, but just see how closely you can squeeze to the next note, 5, 1. And then you're going to overlap on the top. Thumb's going to slide down again, 4, 1, holding the bottom, 5, then 3, and then 1, 5. Normally we did 2, 5. In this case, it's going to be 1, 5. Option 2, instead of starting on 3, start on 4, 4, 5, 2, overlap the top, scoot the thumb down, 5, 1, overlap the top, scoop the thumb down again, 4, 1, silent switch here like we did before, holding that 5 on top, 3, release the 3, go down to the bottom, 1, then overlap the top from 5 to 4 here, You're going to jump up with your bottom thumb. 4, 1. Overlap the top again. Thumb's going to slide. 3, 1. 4. 3, 4. And then you can do a silent switch here. 1, 5. Option 3. 4, 1, 5, 2, 5, 1. Silent switch. 4, 5, 3, 1. Now, the pinky's going to slide right next door. So you're going to kind of overlap the bottom. 5, 2. And then overlap the bottom again. We're going to slide down to 5, 1. Silent switch. 5, 3, 4, 1. Silent switch to 5. Option 4. Starting with 3 this time. 3, 5, 2. So similar beginning. And then here we've got 4, 1 instead of 5, 1. 4, 1. 5, 1's going to come underneath. Look at the angle of my hand though, so that is not too bad. 5, 1. 3, 1. 4, 1. Thumb's going to hop up. 3, 1. Holding the bottom. 5, 4, 3, 1. And that's a double switch. 3, 1 to 5, 2. See which of those works for your hand. I'm just going to mention a little bit about dynamics. You can start thinking about some of the shaping. Schumann doesn't give us much after this chord, so we get to use some artistic freedom. I think this is a really interesting section and it stays at a higher level, perhaps until we reach that C chord. So you might start playing with something like this. So we play this and then keep that equal, cut back, lead to beat 3, keep it equal, cut back, lead to here, and then keep this strong. The other thing that you can start thinking about is how you want to voice this. Do you want this to be the loudest? So something like this. Or do you want them to take turns, in which case we'd bring it out like this. Right, 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 together, together. So kind of equal. So we hear that bottom voice overlapping a little bit. Equal, equal, then left, 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 and then back to the top. There's a lot of ways you can do that. That's 2 ideas. So thank you very much for watching day 7. I hope you are finding this helpful. Please make sure to subscribe so you don't miss any of the videos. I welcome questions in the comments, and I also love to know where you're from. So please leave that for me in the comments, and I will look forward to seeing you on day number 8. Thanks for watching.